La 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 la.
Oh, hang on a minute. This isn't Jedi Academy. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Adventures of Grandpa Crap. So, yesterday we left off in Gorbuchen in the, well, let's be honest, it's basically just a shopping mall, isn't it? We left from there, and I've come back to Yavin Station, so I could play a few games of Pazak against Suvan Tam, wherever he's disappeared to. There he is. Because if you beat him, like, 5 times in a row, he gives you a 20% discount. So I sort of wish I'd done that before we brought the implant yesterday, but I'm certainly not playing Pazak mid-episode. Anyway, I have since played enough Pazak against him to get that discount. I did lose a couple of games. I don't know if it makes any difference. 8,668 credits, more to the point. He's the highest stakes Pazak player in the game. But he also will now give us that discount. So if we want to buy any of this stuff, we can also buy back the stuff we sell him. So anything we want to sell, I will sell to this guy here so that we can always buy it back if we want to. Like Project Spout, David's Advisor is here as well. Honestly, I don't think he's got anything that interests me for the time being, but we are very close to being able to buy that other fancy big boy armor that we saw earlier. And to be honest, there's been some good arguments for or against in the comments. Very tempted to buy these, though. Dexterity +3 for 6,800. Could give it to someone like Bastila, make her very, very good at lightsaber combat. Bear in mind, that's fair to buy either your strength or your dexterity, or we could just give it to Karth. Make him shoot a gun better. Anyway, there was a lot of conversation about whether or not we should stick with heavy armor or go for Jedi robes. And to be honest, the Jedi robes, look, there's a really good argument for that. You get speed or whatever, and you get master speed, you get that rounded combat with flurry. It's really powerful. I've talked about it ad nauseum. But how often do you see a Jedi traipsing around in massive Mandalorian armor? Someone also made a good point that there's a mask you can get on Gorbuchen that gives... They just said it needs heavy armor, but from what I remember, it gives a lightsaber specialization bonus. So whenever you use lightsabers in combat, it gives you some bonus, whatever that happens to be. Might just be it gives you the feat, at which point it's not so good, but it is still, you know, a lightsaber-specific armor. Anyway, along with that, and just sort of kind of thinking about the build here, I also wrote down where all of our companions' side quests are, because that's really important. I want to do a... in as much as 100% playthrough of this game as possible, right? So I've written down everybody. Mission, Bastila, and Canderos's side missions all take place on Tatooine. So we're not going to Tatooine. Zelba's mission takes place on Kashyyyk, but because he's a Wookiee, but it is the main story on Kashyyyk. It's the main storyline there. Anyway, it just also happens to be his companion quest. So there's a good argument for that one. Juhani, we have to have met a messenger twice in any... of the spaceports, so wherever we land the Ebon Hawk, besides Dantooine, her messenger can't appear there. And then another companion, because we haven't lots of other companions yet, takes place in Manan, in the city of Arto, or Octo, or I don't remember how it's pronounced. And Karth needs 2 star maps. We found 1, hopefully that counts. And then any planet but Gorbuchen for us to land on before he's told, you know, some pertinent information. So basically, it narrows it down to more or less only 1 planet right now, and that is Kashyyyk. It's the only one we can go to without some sort of companion quest that we don't yet have the prerequisites for, which I always thought was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit annoying. But we'll go to Kashyyyk first. I also went back and watched the old playthrough I did of this game. Turns out we got like 26 episodes in, further than we got now. But with that... I did Kashyyyk first, then Tatooine. We might do a similar thing here. Unless we can trigger the companion's dialogue early enough to kind of mix it up a little bit. So... Oh, we're having another nightmare. We'll have one of these the first time we visit every planet, because of course it's a vision of what we're doing and where we're going. I suppose it's an alright, you know, little narrative device. Ah... Wow, there it is. That really narrows it down. It's a star map in a forest. We'll start at the top of the planet and work our way down, I suppose. Okay. I do think that, once again, like every Star Wars material, this game suffers from the galaxy is very small syndrome, where, of course, all the important things happen on Tatooine, or in this case, Kashyyyk, or Dantooine, or Coruscant. This game, not Coruscant, but KOTOR 2 has a little bit of Coruscantage. I'm glad they did something brave with Manan, at least adding a whole new thing there. But I guess they're working from the source material, right? It's just more the fact that there's 5,000 years between this and the prequels.
Another vision. The Force is guiding us, helping us retrace the steps of Malak and his old master.
Oh, it do be like that.
Closer to the Star Forge.
Wow.
Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
Bastila the Colonial. Looked like the star map was in a forest.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosho branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest.
I'm brave.
The star map is located
And my chance to
far
hit is
beneath us on the
gigantic.
planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest. It's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Oh, I agree. Well then, let's go and have a look. And I mean, you can make an argument that, sure, Star Wars has a big galaxy, but there's only a few planets that are actually habitable. You know? So eventually, sure, and the whole Force guiding narrative thing is a very good hand-wavy explanation, I suppose. Which is deconstructed massively in KOTOR 2, which is why I like KOTOR 2 so much, because they challenge that quite openly. So on this planet, we're going to take, I want to take Bastila. If we head to Tatooine next, I'm going to take Bastila, and I think, actually, we've already spoken to Mission. I'm just going to cancel a second. All right. I was going to say we will have a chat with Mission, because I believe I've completely finished Mission's dialogue. So in that case, why don't we take Canderous? Because she's told us about a brother who's gone missing after following the lady. That's it. That's all there is to that. So we're going to take Canderous instead, because his thing is also on Tatooine. And I think we've also almost finished his companion dialogue as well. Greetings to you. Well, I'm pleased to welcome you to planet G5623. I do not see your ship on my docking schedule. The Zerka Corporation will see to your needs, of course, but there'll be a 100 credit docking fee. Docking fee? Why do I need to pay that? The outpost is remote and expensive to maintain. 100 credits will ensure that it remains here, for your use, of course. Upon the collection of the correct fees, I will extend what resources the Zerk Corporation can offer. I'm sure you understand. Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure this is one of those situations where we have to pay. Is the price negotiable? Very simply put, no. Operation of these remote outposts is an expensive endeavor. We can persuade / lie. I represent wealthy clients. You should let me pass. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I don't feel like arguing. I'll consider a promise of future business payments enough. We'll also arrange a transport service for a nominal fee, of course. You may encounter a number of Wookiees while here. That will not be necessary. Very well. Only the most adaptive people seem to comprehend the Wookiee language such as it is. Now please follow me to our information center and I will answer any further questions. Glad we didn't get dark side points for that. Let's go ahead and level up Canderous as well. Right, treat injury? Sure. I mean, we'll keep him alive as this kind of warrior character. So for Canderous then, what am I going to do with you? People are saying that the heavy weapon specialization isn't that good. Blasters are better. We could start leveling up into blasters as well, but he's already got that perk, and we're not going to be using him too much in the future, to be honest. He also doesn't have rapid shot. It seems weird that he's got heavy weapons and then power blast. We could give him a sniper, because if I remember correctly, snipers are affected by Master Force speed or whatever gives it the extra round of combat. I think they're the only weapon that gains the extra round because they're so slow normally. Okay, so we could just roll with... We could see if we can find Canderous a pretty powerful sniper weapon, I guess. I'll have a look around. We could give him improved conditioning. We could also give him an implant too. Might not hurt. No, man, I have no idea where to start with Canderous. Empathy. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, sure. Let's go for that then. You know what? Let's go for improved conditioning. He's going to be our heavy lifter, so we might as well treat him as such. Have we got some better armor for you? It's been a while since we've... No. Defense bonus 7 is already pretty good. Haven't got any implants for him. He's got the strength gauntlets, which is fine. Will or awareness? I mean, I guess that's slightly more useful. We got Bastila. We don't need that. And let's swap you out to... I guess just give him his repeating blaster back? I really don't know. People were saying he's very good in melee. But I really don't know what to do with Canderous. What's his strength level? I seem pretty huge. +3. Yeah, I mean, he is better in melee, isn't he? Alright then, you know what? fuck it. Keep your vibro blades. In fact, we have another prototype vibro blade we can give him there. 8 to 17 plus 12. I mean, he's certainly no grandpa crap, but you can't expect him to be. 3 melee characters going in. Okay, fair enough. If we get him on the front lines, though, if we get him going in first, he's got that regeneration aspect that will help out. Oh.
Perhaps you should reconsider leaving Zelba behind.
Uh-huh.
This is, after all, his homeworld.
What do you mean?
We know very little of this planet. I also sense that Zelba has much that is unresolved here.
Sure.
It may be beneficial to aid him in this respect.
Okay, right, fair enough. So let's bring along Zelba. Let me be completely honest with you. In about 5 minutes, Zelba leaves our party anyway for one reason or another. So to be honest, it's a little bit... And I'm going to auto level him up because I haven't really got any interest in Zelba. Sorry, Zelba. Let's give him... I mean, what is he good at? Oh, he's like a really mixed character, isn't he? Wow. I guess we'll turn you into a melee character as well, then. There you go. We might as well guide it a little bit, I guess. Sure, whatever. I suppose we've never actually had him in the party before, have we? So there's never been any need of this. You know what? Stop leveling that up. Let's put it in repair. That way he might actually be of some use to us. Uncanny dodge. Oh, so he's a scoundrel? I think that's the right class for uncanny dodge. Weird. And then we'll go... Yeah, so he's already got a lot of melee points in, huh? Okay. Sure. 2-weapon fighting. There you go. Is there any downside to ever not building... Oh my god, his strength is gigantic. He could be better than Grandpa Crap. Is there any downside to making him... What was I about to say? I don't remember now. Doesn't really matter. And that's why he... Okay, so he's definitely a scoundrel because he's getting plant level 3. Yeah, okay. Got it. Here, let's go start going compute using him as well, I suppose. He actually could have been one of the more useful companions. That's what I was going to ask. Is there ever any benefit to going one weapon over dual wielding? Because dual wielding, sure, you need 3 points to make it viable in most situations. But also you've got that benefit of being able to use multiple different crystals, weapons, whatever suits the situation, right? Let's start dumping that into repair a bit more. Alright, there you go, Zelba. And let's make you Melee Man. I might have to bring... Oh, this is quite annoying. Let's bring Canderous back out so that I can take his stuff from him. Bastila, you can stay. Let's go ahead and unequip Canderous. Give me... So, the only downside to Zelba is he can't wear armor, which is why he has such a massive constitution. I want your gauntlets, and I want your weapons. And then when we're done with... When we're done with Zelba, we'll give Canderous this crap back. It's a little bit annoying trying to make it so that we've got every party member covered, but there you go. Right, cut my clothes. That's fine. Strength gauntlets takes him to 22. So he's going to hit like a truck as well. Missions Vibroblade, Prototype Vibroblade. Which one's better? Oh, let's put that in the main hand then. Here. Prototype Vibroblade and Missions Vibroblade. 11 to 20 plus 15. He's not that much worse than us, to be honest. And then he can wear level 3 implants now. So let's give him... I've got the poison and mind affected one equipped. So let's give him the... I mean, he's already got regeneration. So I feel like the Bio-Insta package is a bit pointless. There you go. Enjoy that one. Give him a couple of energy shields. And we're good. He can't wear anything on his head because he's a Wookiee. They don't make Wookiee-sized clothes.
Sure.
All right. There you go. Bastila. Oh, God, here we are. Kashyyyk, my home. I should have prepared you for coming here, but I don't know if I'm prepared myself. Prepared me? What do you mean? I didn't leave Kashyyyk voluntarily. Mission must have told you how I was fleeing slavers, but there was more. I'm an exile. The slavers on Kashyyyk only took me after I was forced to leave my village home 20 years ago. Why were you forced to leave? My brother made deals with the slavers and allowed them to get a foothold. I found out and attacked him. The fight was stopped, but my father did not believe me when I told him about my brother's actions. I was made an exile, disowned by my home and people. I should not be here. They will not accept me back. Why didn't your father believe you? When I attacked my brother, I was so mad I used my claws. You don't understand what that means to a Wookiee. Our claws are tools, not weapons. To use them in battle is to become an animal. It is madness without honor. I am forever a mad claw in the eyes of my people. Nothing I say is to be trusted. They were right to cast me out. Time has passed. Things will have changed. The slavers are still here. The dock is theirs. I doubt anyone's risen to try and fight. Nothing has changed. I hope I can prove myself to my people. It'll be difficult to make them listen. I just don't know. Okay. We'll deal with that if we have to. Let's go. See, now this I can accept as being the kind of Star Wars Galaxy is very small situation. Because Kashyyyk has this one very particular landing pad run by the one mega corporation, the Zerka Corporation. And if he escaped here fleeing slavers, it would make sense that this... I mean, these guys are the slavers, right? Zerka are the slavers. It's Matten Dassel and Eli Gand.
Greetings to you.
Hello.
Something I can get for you?
Kindly direct your inquiries to me. Matten is merely an indebted employee. His opinions don't amount to much.
Eli Gand. Hello.
So, new spaces have come to Wild Kashyyyk.
I have come to
Please,
Wild Kashyyyk.
Look well upon the wares of Eli Gand. I live to serve your needs.
All right,
Be
Eli.
sure to pay cash. The interest on his loans will drain you like a diluvian fatworm on a hut's backside.
First off, huts are all backside. Secondly, I don't much like the comparison. Poor fellow.
I
He's been
agree.
waiting for his friends to return with my money for a standard month now. But you don't need to hear this.
The guy's a scammer. Let's see what you carry.
Of course. You're in a hurry.
Right, okay then. So he's got Yamon Hogra's battle armor. Wow, that's a lot of... My god, that's armor proficiency medium. Defense bonus 11. That other armor we had defense bonus plus 10, but bear in mind that also gave resistance to sonic and electric and something else, or energy I should say. This gives dex bonus plus 2, immunity to critical hits, and strength plus 1. Wow, this actually might be better. Battle armor, light battle armor, Bothan sensory visor, which is that thing that we got for playing Pazak. Looks very, very good on the surface, but it's only 150. We could buy it for Bastila, though. I could be persuaded. More strength gauntlets are always nice. What was that belt that we saw before? Because that belt was really good. Do you remember the one that gave... Oh, Giska poison? Sure, I'll take that. Cyber reaction system gives dexterity plus 3. Wow. That would be very, very good to give to a character like Bastila. We would have to level up her implant level, though. Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I like the sound of Yamon Hogra's battle armor. We could definitely afford it if we sell some stuff. How much was the cyber reaction system? Oh, God. There is a mod called High Stakes Pazak that lets you bet, like, 5,000 credits a go. Maybe I'll have to grab that. Become the most powerful. Oh, Bastila, you want to chat?
How can I help?
I'd like to know more about you, Bastila.
Yes, I suppose I can understand your curiosity, given the bond that connects us.
Uh-huh.
Very well. I'll tell you a bit about myself.
Tell me how you joined the Jedi, then.
I was found to be strong with the Force at a young age, as most Padawans are. As a girl, I was given to the Order to be trained. When I joined the Order, I left my family on Tal Raven, as all Padawans
Tal
do.
Raven.
My family is still there, the last that I heard. I've had little contact with them, as it is discouraged.
Discouraged why? Discouraged because Bastila is just horribly boring, I assume.
Relationships with family members are fraught with powerful emotions. Such extremes are to be avoided. Anger and hate are the worst, but even love can lead to folly.
Oh no. You aren't allowed to love?
Emotional entanglements can be dangerous. They can impair rational thought. They can lead to outbursts of uncontrolled emotion.
Uh-huh.
The Jedi must be above such things.
I agree. You don't sound very convinced.
It can be a hard lesson to learn. I was not on good terms with all of my family, but I do remember missing my father terribly for a long time.
Oh, who weren't you on good terms with? Well, let's put this together, Grandpa Crap. She misses her father terribly, and then we're saying who weren't you on good terms with?
I was not on good terms with my mother.
Brilliant.
I was only a little girl
50-50.
when I left, but I was old enough to resent her and the way she treated my father. She pushed my father into treasure hunting. I spent all my young life on ships traveling.
And I'm well
from one
aware she
false
could
lead
have
to the
two
next.
fathers, but she would have said
whittled away
one of my
father's
fathers,
entire fortune,
not
and I hated
my
her for it.
father.
I think she was
That very much
relieved to get me
confuses
to
the
Jedi,
situation.
but my father was heartbroken.
You never tried to get in touch with your father again?
A child is too young to understand the sacrifices that must be made. It's better if they have no contact with their family once they're removed. Once I was older, I realized the wisdom of this
Once I
policy.
was older
The
and I'd
Jedi
been
must do what is
indoctrinated.
needed. Personal desires notwithstanding, love can only obscure and confuse the matter.
Of course. You sound very sad when you say that.
Even a Jedi cannot always control the feelings of the heart.
Oh.
We must do our best to guard against it, no matter what the cost. But some sacrifices are harder than others. I do not wish to discuss this anymore. I would rather return to our mission.
Wow, okay, that's a little bit more information about Bastila. I think there's like another line of dialogue of hers to go before we can do her companion quest. Well, let's have a look in here then. Crates. Do these not belong to the Zerka Corporation? Oh, they won't mind. They won't mind. They've got plenty spare. Well, they really don't care that we're just rummaging through their stuff, huh? Zerka scientist?
Welcome to Aedean. I trust you will find our facilities pass inspection. Zerka Corporation is very efficient.
You have nothing to be proud of, fool.
I'm sorry, I don't understand Wookiee speak. Shiri Wook, I think it's called. What did the Wookiee say?
You're working because she can understand the language. He said you have nothing to be proud of working for Zerka. Yeah, I mean, look, let's speak on his behalf. He's a human being after all. Well, he's not a human being, but you knew what I meant.
I just work here in the lab. I don't have anything to do with the taking of slaves.
Uh-huh. How convenient. All the benefits with no guilt.
I don't have to justify myself to you. I do good work here. If you're looking
He's
for
got
trouble,
to tell himself
go
that to be able to
somewhere
sleep
else.
at night. And to be able to wear jeans that tight. What is your job here?
I'm conducting experiments on various samples of indigenous plant life. There may be untapped pharmaceutical resources here. Of course, that will take some time, and the Wookiees are a more immediate source of income. Please, I must return to my work.
Terrible. All right. You talk for as long as I say, understand?
There's no call for that. I'm just a glorified lab technician. Please, the assignment is
I mean, we're a
difficult
good
enough.
guy, and these
Take
are
your
like
concerns
slavers.
to Janos. He's the
Fuck
one
'em.
that runs things here, not
They
me.
are objectively in the wrong. Oh, look, there's one just like down there on the floor. How could the Zerka Corporation serve you on your visit to Aedean? Tell me about the planet. You called it G5623 before. G5623 is a numerical designation. The galactic base name is Aedean, chosen by corporate ballot among stockholders. We seem you're already acquainted with the world, given your choice of traveling companion. I've been away for a very long time. You let the beast speak for you? You allow more liberties than most of our customers. Allow more liberties? What do you mean? It means that they are slavers. They take my people from their homes and sell them to the highest bidder. Your current Wookiee seems displeased with the situation, but I fail to see a concern. You seem to be a satisfied customer. Zelba is no slave. He has pledged a life debt to me. Ah, very difficult thing to stage. I commend you for it. So much easier than relying on restraining orders. Do not demean the life debt. Oh, no. Kill them all, Zelba. I think you can actually say that if you're dark side. I must warn you, if you've been blamed for the actions of your Wookiee, please call them off. Why? I should like to kill a lot of you. I think you need more firepower to keep order. Oh, man, I should say that, shouldn't I? I'm merely a servant of the corporation. The Wookiee leadership is in agreement. Harvesting is made as delicate as possible.
Tell us more about this agreement with the Wookiee leadership.
Oh, I can tell you about the agreement. We supply arms in exchange for a healthy supply of Wookiees. We're kept profitable and an agreeable leader is kept in power. Keeps the process from becoming a constant firefight. No politics. What is the leader's name? I believe his name is Chundar. I do not deal directly with them, thank goodness. Far too brutish. He says, oh, that was not a name I wanted to hear. It sounds though as if your thrall has some opinion about the arrangement with the leader, but that doesn't matter. Chundar is unquestioned. What is it, Zelba? What's the matter? It's not something I want to talk about. Not yet. Wow. Please, is there anything else? I have work to do. I'm sick of translating all these characters. I have other questions. Do you sell anything? Hey, did you play Pazak? I need supplies. What is available here? Okay, and then we go speak to the other guy. What weapons do you have available? So we can buy some weapons here. Bothan Discord gun. Very nice. Doesn't really sell very much. Just kind of very basic weaponry here. Okay, fair enough. The Discord gun is worth 1,000, but that's it. A lot of grenades. We should really stock up on grenades. Vibration cell for a melee upgrade. I mean, we don't really need it, do we? All right. Thank you. What about her? Can we...
There's so much to learn about this planet.
Can I not do anything about
They keep
that?
us cooped up in here.
I guess not. I mean, if they've got galactic, you know, legal allowance to be here, what are we going to do? Just get in trouble with everybody, basically. All right, let's go and have a look around then. Zerka Guard Captain and Zerka Guard. Hello.
Hold here, Spacer. Zerka Corporation doesn't recommend traveling in wild Aedean. Katarn attacks are especially bad right now.
Classic
Wookiee
Katarn.
hunters usually keep numbers down, but I think they leave certain areas infested.
I've heard they're Chan
just
animals.
hoping a Zerka guard will get killed.
What do you know about the Wookiees? No, I'm going past you. I paved the line. I'm not talking to every single man about the Wookiees.
I won't stop you, but you leave this area at your own
What
risk.
about the droid
We're
attack
here
on
to
the
protect
Wookiees?
the company, not you.
Right. The Great Walkway. Again, that's very, ostentatious to say that there are probably many, many walkways. Oh, we've got Kinrath. And a dead body. Oh, frag grenade. Get him. Why did you go for the one at the back? Come on now. Oh, look, we actually got that stun prop from the lightsaber. Wow. Kinrath drop something, don't they? Some sort of magic sack? I don't remember. Can you sense it? The wind, the sound, the smells? I feel all now we're away from the spaceport. The walkway is new, probably built by the slavers. But I remember the trees. My village is not far from here. What can I expect to encounter? I'm sorry, I don't know. It's been long since I left. I know only the way things were. And many things have changed. I must warn you of one thing. I don't know if it will be of help or hindrance for you here. My father was a very powerful... He was a chieftain. Perhaps his feelings are mellowed, but if my brother had his ear all the time, I may be unwelcome. We'll deal with that when the time comes. That is what I'm dreading. My shame was meant to be forgotten in some faraway world. I thought I would never come back. I'm sorry, I've taken enough of your time. We should press on. Thank you, Bastila. Oh, no.
This isn't good. I can't afford this. You think I can? Do you know what they get for a healthy one of those things?
We'll work it out later. We've got company.
We'll
What do you
work
want,
it out
Spacer?
later.
I'm Patrol Captain Demo, and you're interrupting Zerka Corporation business.
My name is Grandpa Crap. What happened here?
This Wookiee slave got a little rebellious. We had to put it down.
You put it down? We're not animals. We can say, does that make you mad, Zelba? I bet it does. Zelba, let me handle this. But their disregard for the life of the Wookiee is too much. I've asked you to let me handle this, honor my request. Again, it does seem a little rude, but I'm not going to... There's no, like, middle ground option. Mind your place. Like a child. But I also don't want to say, like, kill them all. Honor my request. I will do so for your sake, not theirs.
Careful now. That growl sounded pretty threatening. Keep your slave on its leash or we'll have another accident.
Just shut up, you trigger-happy idiot.
Do your superiors approve of you killing Wookiees?
Of course they don't. Why would you ask me that? You're doing some sort of snap inspection?
That's
You're
exactly what I'm doing.
trying to get me to admit to incompetence, aren't you? Not going to happen. I stand by my patrol. This Wookiee got out of hand and had to be put down. We'll find another.
I'll turn the voices up in a second. They've gone a bit quiet again. This may cost you more than you know, fool. Or I won't allow you to enslave or kill another Wookiee. Yeah, that one sounds a bit more self-righteous, doesn't it?
Is that a joke? Who do you think you are?
This posting is trouble, friend. Get out while you can.
You make some sense. I wonder what you know about what might happen here. I think we should petition for a transfer. The corporation will survive a fight here, but us frontline guards won't.
If you say so, Captain.
Yes, I say so.
Yeah.
Move out. This place just isn't worth the trouble.
Well done, team. Light side points gained. What do you think all of these things are for? These kind of weird wooden structures out the side of a tree. Is that for them to, like, I don't know, grappling hook across? I don't really know. Oh, Bastard.
What can I do?
Firstly, I've got some magic goggles for you. She can't wear it. She hasn't got armor proficiency light. Oh. Well, let's hope that we've leveled up enough to this stage where she can pick it up without blowing her hands off. She should be able to do it. She did another one before in the Sandral estate without a problem. Look at those bloody cliff races. We have to fight those, don't we?
Sure.
Oh, people were saying as well that the thing Candaris was talking about, and it really should have clued me off when he said it flew outside of the galaxy. It was the Yuuzhan Vong, which for those of you who haven't read the old Dark Empire stuff, which was like Star Wars series in kind of the 90s, 90s, early 2000s. The Yuuzhan Vong
so be it.
Were these kind of extra-galactic people of kind of, I guess, flesh shapers. That's kind of generic sci-fi trope of extragalactic bioships, you know, like Tyranids and Species A472. You know how it is. Every series has got kind of a similar thing. But the Yuuzhan Vong were kind of... Have you ever seen Hellraiser? People who've seen both know what I'm talking about right now. They like piercings and, you know, metal, I assume. Both in and around their bodies. And they were all about biosculpting. And they had a natural immunity to the Force as well. And they were like the big threat in the expanded universe. About this Force coming in from beyond the galaxy to invade. Was that the Darth Krayt era? I don't remember. I kind of vaguely have read a lot of the stuff. But I read it all kind of out of order, just what took my fancy, so I remember a lot of it, but I don't remember any of the order of any of it. I vaguely remember that the Sith getting like a resurgence, and then the Jedi... I remember they kind of joined forces to stop the Yuuzhan Vong, which I thought was kind of a... Again, kind of an alright but very generic trope. Hello. You're not permitted to pass into the Shadowlands. Only Chundar may allow you entry. Especially when you bring filth such as this with you. This Magclaw has no place here. Who are you to question my place? You follow Chundar into the arms of outsiders. And yet you travel with outsiders yourself. Speak no more. Chundar will decide if you're permitted to enter the Shadowlands. Where is this Wookiee I need to see? Speak with Chundar in the village of Wook. Sorry, my Shirawook isn't very good. Wook. Anyway, yeah, so that's what Kandaros for, and they live outside of the galaxy, so that's what should have clued me off, really. That was kind of a fun little thing. I quite like that as a reference. Bear in mind, again, this is set 5,000 years before, or however many thousand years. I'm pretty sure it's 5,000. Before the prequels. And the fact that happened, like, Luke Skywalker era. Man, there was so much good material they could have worked with for the new films, and instead they kind of took a little bit of Dark Empire. Like, the Emperor did clone himself. Oh, we should get Zelba to do this, because he's got the computer use, hasn't he? Here you go. Still the same. Well, either way, it's just to get those,
sure,
whatever's in these barrels. There you go. Like, the Emperor did clone himself and come back on Biss in the comics rather than, oh, sorry, I should say graphic novels. Rather than, oh no. Bastila? It's the Reborn from Jedi Academy.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Taris alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Me? But I'm me. Oh, yeah? Promise these nuts. Die! Probably shouldn't scream die as we leap into combat. Holy shit! Look at the damage we've been doing. Lightsaber, Chani Chilling Shield. Crystal Damned. Oh, interesting. Crystal Yellow, Crystal Next Door. 2 short lightsabers. Lightsabers are balanced in the offhand, or I should say short lightsabers are balanced in the offhand. Our lightsaber right now is not balanced, and we've also got a double-bladed lightsaber if we want to swap over to double-bladed. The bonus to double-bladed is, if I recall, 1 crystal, you get the same amount of hits in. You still need 2 weapon fighting, that still applies to it. But you only get 1 crystal, which can be a blessing. So if you've got 1 really powerful crystal, it applies to both. So say you want to go for a particular stun build like we've got right now. Obviously, that's a terrible example. But a stun build, it would apply stun on both of those hits. See, doubling your stun chance, right? But eventually, in my opinion, having the variety is better. Said, stop where you are, outsider. Stand aside. This human was with me, and I want access to the home of my people. You have no rights here, Madclaw. The human should not abort this taint upon our land. Another taint. You must answer to Chundar. Take me with Chundar. I would speak with him. The choice is made for you already. You demand of something you cannot alter, can't help. Enough talk. You and the outcast Madclaw will be taken to Chundar now. Chundar in the UK is what you refer to it when you vomit. After, most of the time, after a particularly heavy drinking session. Although we don't say Chundar. Unless you went to Eton. We're going to take Kandaros. Oh, I wanted to unequip Zelba. Hopefully it's unequipped him by default. Otherwise that would suck if we've now lost our weapons. Now it looks as if they've given him just a generic sword. Step forward and address mighty and wise Chunda, outsider. I don't often allow visitors of your kind. You're flanked by Zerka slavers. Are they not outsiders? Or have you sold all of Kashyyyk to them? Ah, brother Zelba. You've been exiled for a long time. You shouldn't speak to me in that tone. Things are different now. You're a Magclaw without honor. You have no voice among your own people. I, on the other hand, am chieftain. If you made deals with slavers, the truth will get out eventually. You may talk, but no one will believe you. I've had a long time to guide what my people might think. They trust me, the mighty Chunda. Even with my brother insane and my father enslaved, I rose to protect my people despite it all. Father was enslaved, mighty Chunda. What are you talking about? You were the runt. I am no runt. Like I said, Zelba, a lot has changed in your years away. We will discuss this soon enough. Is there a point of this? This will only lead to a fight. I'd like to get to it. Kandaros is ready. What do you want? Why drag us here? I haven't killed Zelba because he's my brother, and I hoped he would come to an agreement. You are irrelevant. I may be able to put you to use on a menial task. Zelba will stay here, of course. What is this task? A simple thing. Another Wookiee who suffered the same fate as Zelba, gone mad at being exiled. He lurks in the Shadowlands. More importantly, he's pestering my Zerka allies during their Shadowland expeditions. It's not good for business. He's standing against you. The first of many, perhaps. No one will follow a Magpul. He's merely a nuisance. Besides, he cowers in the Shadowlands. I'm sorry, all this Wookiee is giving me hiccups. Most people know nothing of him. I won't do this. You do your own dirty work. Or, I'll consider what I've said. I'll go now. No, I won't do this. Do your own dirty work. You don't have much choice. You can flee the planet if you want, but I'm keeping Zelba here with me. He will stay until the Magpul is dead. The Zerka will never let me hold you, but they don't care what I do with fellow Wookiees. Keeping Zelba makes his proposition even worse. What made you think I wanted this to be easy for you? Besides, you don't need him. My people are trained to understand you. I tell them it's better to understand the enemy. They will think the Zerka easier to fight. It actually makes them easier to obey. They can hear you. They're within earshot. Remember, you can't beat me here. No one would dare oppose me to join an outsider or an exile. You're wrong, brother. Someone would. Who are you talking about, Zelba? Do you speak of Freya? Our father. Why? He's the one that ordered you into exile after you attacked me. He went as mad as you when he finally discovered the slavers. He dared challenge them alone and has not been seen since. That was years ago. Let him go, Zelba. I rule now. I'll take the Wookiees forward, but there are prices to pay. We'll do a bit of a breakdown of what the hell's going on in a second. This is all big information dump. Don't play along, Zelba. It's not worth it. No more words, outsider. I've given my orders. I can't hold you here, but Zelba will stay until you kill the Magclaw in the Shadowlands.
And I suppose we have little choice.
That's kind of what I was expecting,
caution,
yeah.
However.
The guards will let you pass now. Leave the village to the northwest and follow the platform to the south and then east. Eventually you'll see where Gorbuchen waits for you. He will lower you to the forest floor. Go. Gorbuchen, what a name. A bit more of another sci-fi trope where they're called the Wookiees and their people are all called Gorbuchen or Rah or you know, something that's deeply... You wouldn't find a Wookiee called Keith. Let's put it that way. It would be like if there was a human being called, like... I was genuinely going to say Hans. And then I realized that that's a... Like, hands, as in, you know, you have hands. Because, like, Wookiees growl and have claws. Then I realized there are people called Hans. You've let me down, Scandinavia. And Germany. It'd be like having a human called Guy. Oh, damn it. You know what? Fine. I'll let that trope go. Gorbuchen. Yeah, who would be named after the race that they belong to. Hi, I'm Guy Man. If you are called Guy in the comments, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. What are aliens going to think of us when they finally meet us, huh? Well, let's go around and rob these people who are being enslaved by the boatload. That'll teach them that outsiders are trustworthy. Oh, a life support pack. So that's the highest level of med pack as far as I recall. That one just says life support pack self. I don't know how much they heal. Obviously, it depends on your treat injury. For us, it's almost not worth using because our treat injury is so garbage. Right, we'll explore the whole village, see what we can find. Holder of the Laws. Home of Warwill. Chieftain's Hall. The Great Walkway. So we want to go back to the Great Walkway as far as I recall, but we'll go and explore regardless. I don't remember what's the point of going to all these buildings. Maybe side quests? Yeah, I guess these must be for the Wookiees to grapple hook around the forest, right? Landing points for the cliff racers? I have no idea. Holder of the Laws. Hello. It's Warronzor. Hello, outsider. I've heard of your arrival. I trust you won't cause trouble in our village. We don't want bloodshed. Can I ask you some questions? I'm sorry, like most of the village, I've been preoccupied by these troubled times. I don't want to speak to you. Not unless you can tell me where young War is. Do you keep track of the slaves taken? I'm no slaver. I have no way of knowing one way or another. You'll excuse me if I don't take you at your word. When did War go missing? Could be 10 days or more. He was planning a hunt. Nobody seems to know when he was leaving. He's now overdue, and I don't know where to start. It's strange. Why do you think it's strange? I don't believe he was taken by slavers. The slave transport haven't been seen around here. If it wasn't slavers, perhaps he found them in the Shadowlands. But he knew them well. I would search for him, but I don't know where to start. My days of hunting the lower forest are beneath me. I could look for him. You could. I've never had an offer of help from an outsider. I reserve my judgment when I see the results. Alright, I'll be going now. Farewell. Baki keep you well. Baka? Well, it's either drugs or he's a weeb. My god, Wookie weebs. Do you think that'll happen? When eventually humanity puts aside our differences and we start caring about the environment, the planet, we overthrow the mega corporations and we take off to the stars. But you know when that happens, do you think there are going to be aliens that become enamored with particular cultures? A home of Warwill. Hello. I'm saying, are we going to get space weeps? Jarak and Warwill. I've never spoken with an outsider. I mean, Chunder makes us learn to understand you, but I've never been this close to one of you. What are you doing here? Have you come to laugh at us? Come to gloat about how many of us you take? Can you even understand me? I'm Grandpa Crap. I'm here with Chundar's permission. I don't know about that. I hear a lot of things. I'm not sure what to think anymore. Can I ask you some questions? Oh, please don't. I haven't been paying attention to anything since War went missing. Do you know anything about that? I hope not. I hope the slavers didn't get him. Not that you're a slaver. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. I haven't slept much recently. Who was Warwar? He's the greatest. He's led hunting parties to the Shadowlands and even fought outsiders, slavers, like you probably are. He's taught me a lot. He said I could grow up as strong as him. That I'd fight you too. I will. When did he go missing? Stop bothering the boy outsiders. He doesn't need you taunting him. But what if they know? Maybe they could help. An outsider help? Look around you, Warwill. Outsiders are nothing but... Do nothing but steal and lie and taint the best among us. Always with the taint. Outsider, you taught to me if you want to bother us at all. Leave him alone. Go over who Warwill was again. He's the greatest. Yeah, okay. Okay, so okay, so it's just the same dialogue. We'll have a chat with you then. Jarak. What is it you want, outsider? You're not welcome here. I'm Grandpa Crap. I'm here with Chundar's permission to show a little respect. No, I wanted to ask you about Kashyyyk. I've nothing to say. Go and learn what you can while bleeding our planet of its people in its honor. Should we ask if they seem raw war? They understand us. Most outsiders don't bother to learn our language. I will not speak to them, and neither will you. Alright. Oh, we could go for the top option. It might give us something. You're an outsider. You're kind of done more damage here than anyone could ever hope to fix. You taint us. Bring out the worst in everything. Okay, sure. And now I'm going to prove how trustworthy I am by stealing your few things that you have. Goodbye. Bastila, get out of the way. I watched a very brief amount of the last playthrough. Again, just to see where I got up to. And the first thing I did was complain about walking into our party members, which I think is very appropriate. Okay, so we know that down in the Shadowlands somewhere is Raw War. And we have to try and find Raw War, if possible. I think we're certainly endear us to the locals. Maybe be a little bit more helpful for a change. I think we already checked this one, but I'll check it again. Got to make sure these people don't have anything left. You know. And we can find a workbench too, so I can compare double-bladed lightsaber to what we've got right now. That's not a bin for us to steal from. How dare you? Very dialogue heavy today. Very dialogue heavy. Wow. It's going to be the same at the start of kind of most planets. But this one especially, because it's kind of... The main planet quest is also a companion quest. They kind of tie them together. So to cut a long story short, Chunder, who has the political intrigue of a mushroom, has sold, overthrew, or somehow managed to get his father out of the picture. And as a result, is now the chieftain and has basically been softening up his people so that he can live a life of, I don't know, luxury, being rich and famous. Managed to convince his people that outsiders are good guys. We really should give Candace a weapon, shouldn't we?
Yeah?
Yeah. There you are. And we don't have any. Oh, fuck off. You robbed us blind. 5 to 12. Man, even a regular vibroblade might be better than that. What the fuck? Yeah. 5 to 16. 5 to 16, but that's got a higher critical threat. But I assume this takes the average anyway. I guess probably not. Well, we'll go for the longsword thing, because it's higher critical threat. And then in your offhand, we'll go for... I guess we'll go for you. 2 less damage, but a higher chance to hit. Man, that sucks that he's just, like, taken our gear and fucked off. Oh, we haven't even got any gloves now. Damn you. Here. Take that, then. There you go. Oh, wow.
What?
I'm so annoyed by that you can just rob us blind. What a mistake. So Candaros is going to be a little useless. Unless we can find some sort of sniper. In fact, why don't we see if we can talk to him now?
Yeah, what do you...
Get rid of him. I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you.
About the
But I
Yuzan
do have
bomb.
a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, my unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size.
Tell me the story.
For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail.
Defeat them in detail. Did it work?
Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them.
Now, decimating just means reduced by a tenth, but that's okay. Obviously, he doesn't mean the Roman definition. You're a great warrior, Candaros. You're so big and powerful with big, strong muscles.
Not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command
I still love the
vessels were
idea that he's
destroyed
making
in
it all up.
seconds. Their ranks
He
were thrown
lied
into
to get in with the
chaos.
exchange.
It was
He's not even
amusing to watch
Mandalorian.
the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went.
Well then, see you later. So that's another step towards Candaros' goal. He's very short for a Mandalorian. And more agile, makes him more nimble. Alright, let's go and have a look around then. Oh, fucking cliff races, here we go. What a hit. You know, it's been a long time since we've leveled up, but to be fair, I would kind of expect that. We're already absurdly powerful. I'm not that bothered, but I am just kind of curious. We're very close, actually. We only need another, well, less than 2,000. I'm not working that out off the top of my head. 1,830 experience before we level up. Damn it. I was so hoping we could leap over the fence then. Force jump is very good, but, you know, when it works. Oh, fuck off, Candaros. We still hit, but we slid forward there a little bit. I think having 3 range characters is going to be a real ball ache. I won't lie. Sorry, 3 melee characters is going to be a real ball ache because you can't walk through your party members. It's Jawwall and his good friends, the Wookie brothers. We'll help you, don't worry. Thank God you've got an outsider like us, a strong, powerful outsider to save you. What do you want, outsider? We'll let you follow us on the hunt. Jawwall is not here for your amusement. Don't test me, Wookie. I go where I wish. I don't mean you any harm. I believe on our planet it's 3 of you. You're kind of only here to take or destroy. I won't be your trophy, dead or as a slave. Leave me be. You have no place here. Just a few questions. I'm a friend. Well, wasn't a force persuade. We're just being charismatic. Only a moment. I won't be this patient for long. Do you know of a crazed Wookiee in the Shadowlands? The only crazed creature I know is of your kind, outsider, not mine. We leave him alone. He has our respect because he's brave for lands alone. Sometimes he helps lone travelers. He is crazy, though. Our finest warriors hunt the Shadowlands in groups, yet he lives there alone. Avoid him. Madness to be feared. How long has he been down there? Many years. It's impossible to know. A decade, 2? Perhaps he can answer your questions or kill you. What do you think of Chunder? He is our chieftain and will be obeyed. This is our way. Whether I trust what he says or doesn't matter. In time, someone will replace him. For better or worse. I don't know. That will be for Baka to decide. Baka as in... is their god, I assume. Baka was our greatest warrior. His ancient sword is a tool of ascension, mark of a chieftain. Chundar no longer displays it, not since he took the role of chieftain years ago. If someone else could produce it... Bah, I talk like a mere child. This is foolishness. Could a blood relative of Chundar challenge him? It would truly take Baka's blade for that to happen. Chundar is the last member of his family. There were others, but they were marked with madness. We don't speak their names. They are without honor. Ah. I seek an ancient star map. Have you seen it? I don't concern myself with outsider toys. Search where you will. I'm not wasting my time. Alright then. See you later. There's a crazed Wookiee in the Shadowlands, but nobody wants to harm him. Okay. Actually, I think his word was specifically crazed warrior rather than crazed Wookiee. I'm stealing your things. Don't leave it unlocked if you don't want someone to steal it. Gorbuchen. Ah, Chundar has come out and I give you access to the Shadowlands. Gorbuchen is what I'm called. Walk with only care. Our bravest return from these lands. Your self-feet a barely tolerated insult. Thank you. I have a few questions, Gorbuchen. Is it dangerous down there? Just unlock it, lower me down. I'm not going to ask him if it's dangerous when we've had 6 characters tell us it's dangerous. Oh, God, what is this? Oh, shit. It's Calo fucking Nord.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end.
I see you brought some backup, Calo. Realized we were a bit too much to handle on your own, huh?
You got lucky on Terrace. The Sith attack saved
It's quite
you
cool
from
that we
a
bought
quick and
Kandaros
gruesome
for the
death.
showdown with
But I promise you,
Calo.
the Sith won't be getting in my way this time.
I suppose there's no way to change your mind about this, is there?
Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep
He's
to
so
protect.
sharpened,
Let's go,
isn't he?
boys. It's
He's such a
showtime.
chiseled man. Wow. There you go. Calo Nord. Your time has come, my friend. This might be quite a hard fight, so we might want to be a bit more cautious about this one. Yeah, it certainly looks as if it's going to be harder than the usual crap we get into. There's certainly no Mandalorian on the plains, though, is it? That guy before was nuts. Oh, it wasn't at all. I was expecting more of that from the great Calo Nord. I love that we're still wearing his boss's armor, too. That's so fucking funny. Well. Good show, team. That's the end of the mighty Calo Nord. Oh, I didn't even get to see what he had then. I accidentally... Where I was clicking just happened to be the take all button. Damn it. Show new items. Zabrak Tinsel marked 3. Okay. That seems pretty good. Attack modifier +2. Damage bonus +2 physical. Weird. Okay. Arcane and heavy pistol, I assume is his offhand weapon. What was the armor he had on? Did we even get to loot his armor? Calo Nord's battle armor. Hey, there you go. Is that a step of what we've got? +8, +3. 10 resist to cold and fire. Oh, yeah, it is better. It's actually only slightly worse, and it's upgradable. It's only slightly worse than that armor we were going to buy anyway. Hell yeah, look at that. That is a pretty massive upgrade. So, Kandaros, you can have Davik's warsuit then. Should not have his visor anymore. Sorry. Okay. Wow, look at us, huh? Nice. Very fancy. He didn't look like that. He looked like he was dressed for the Arctic. It's a Tatch. Oh, no, it's Catan. Kyle Katarn. I want a leap attack, but I can't target this one. Brilliant. So anticlimactic. The stun effect hit again. I mean, look, it's not very often that it will prop. But when it does... when it does, and if we were to get that effect against, say, Calo Nord. Oh, another one of those Zabrak weapons. What the hell? That was lucky.
Yeah.
Here. Let's see how good you are with these then, because I think he's going to get in the way. So he's 5 to 14, 5 to 16, +4, +10. Excuse me. 5 to 14, 5 to 16, +4, +10. And let's get you equipped with a gun. 5 to 14, +14. 5 to 14, +4, +10. So it's identical, right? The only difference is now he's not going to be under our feet all the time. I'm going to stick with that. It's just a variety of damage. Sod it.
Yes.
And we leveled up. Hey, nice. Oh, I think this is a cop we've already looted. Never mind. Okay. This is a big deal. So we can go another point into strength. Then if we buy those +3 strength gauntlets, that would take us up to a +6 modifier. I really should stop going into strength, but I just can't stop myself. Is there much point? Dexterity is a bit pointless at this stage. I mean, intelligence gives us more skill points, but at this point, it's not retroactive, right? It just determines per level. Charisma. It's also a bit pointless. Fuck it. We're going big strength man. We're going big strength man. Now, somebody said at 19 persuasion, you have a 75% chance against the hardest persuade check in the game. To get it to 100%, you need 26. So it's very much diminishing returns. We'll get up to 19 persuade, and then we'll start going into, honestly, probably like computer use. Because that's always going to be useful. Maybe even treat injury. And then for our powers, heal isn't restricted by armor. Neither is energy resistance, which is interesting. Affect mind is apparently necessary for certain outcomes. It might be worth just grabbing that. Stasis and disabled droid, I mean, sure, but we don't have very high wisdom or charisma or whatever it was that determines that. We got a lot of dark side powers, which are very, very expensive. Force push. I mean, force push would make sense. That's also not limited. Throw lightsaber is a bit pointless when we can just leap into combat anyway, but honestly, I think heal. Because heal, you haven't got to worry about, and I mean, any buffs, really. We haven't got to worry about its chance to succeed, unlike force push or stun droid or whatever. Because it will just succeed. What's going on here? There's a man. It's a Jedi man. He's being attacked by those Katan. Wow. Hello there.
Little racket of battle. Watch yourself. Even more of these crawling beasts are hiding in the underbrush.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Jolie. Jolie Bindo. Follow me to my camp and we'll talk a bit.
Jolie Bindo. Okay. You use a lightsaber in battle? Are you a Jedi?
Don't start fawning just yet. I'm too old for it. I know a few things, but we can talk about it at my camp. Keep close. It's nearby under a log. Yeah, I live like some burrowing rodent. I fought the Sith. Now look at me.
Okay. It's Jolie Bindo, everyone. Wow. And now he lives under a log. They love doing the kind of crazed hermit characters, don't they, in Star Wars? Crazed, super powerful hermit Jedi is a very, very common trope. Luke Skywalker did it. Not that that was canon, of course. Jolie Bindo, Obi-Wan.
Well, welcome to my
Ram
home,
KOTOR.
such as it is. Pull up a stump and be comfortable. We should discuss a few things.
All right, let me go get a stump. Yeah, I feel like there's much you can tell me.
Don't coddle me, child. I'm neither a Jedi nor your master. I'm just an old man that's been lost in the woods for far too long. My days of glory are behind me, but perhaps there is something I can do for you.
Uh-huh.
You must have questions.
I do. I need information about the star map.
Now, why would you be asking about that, Don't answer. I knew that had to be why you were here. The problems of a few Wookiees don't amount to anything before the concerns of the Jedi. No, you are here for the map.
I am here for the map. If you have information, please tell it to me.
Kashyyyk is an interesting place, more so than anyone suspects. If Zerka Corporation knew, the planet would be a strip mine.
I like his outfit.
The Wookiees have their legends that they were not always here, but it is more than that. The trees themselves are strangers.
Oh. I don't understand. Can you be more specific?
What I'm saying is that there are literally walls in your way, and you won't find what you need.
Kashyyyk wasn't always a big old forest.
Help has a price. You must do a task for me, and then allow me to join with you. I will then remove certain barriers in your path.
Sure. I'm honored to have someone of your experience. That sounds a little bit too forward, but we'll try it.
Oh, save it. I know this sounds absurd, but I'm old and entitled to work you around a bit. Besides, the test is simple. Since they began expanding in the Shadowlands, the Circa have left me alone for the most part. Until recently, anyway. A group of them set up camp not far from here. Poachers is all they are. I'd like them removed.
So Jolie is a lovable forest hermit who protects the wildlife and cares about nature and stuff like that. Why do you care if they're here?
They don't respect this place. They're butchering wildlife and threatening entire species. It's getting under my skin. The Wookiees could take care of themselves if they...
Okay. I see. So the aged semi-Jedi wants me to get some kids off of his lawn. I do like that as a response, but you know what? I'll try and learn for this humble task.
Oh, please. This is arbitrary errand work. But
I like Jolie because he's like no-nonsense, doesn't take any shit.
Still have to do it. Their camp is in the far northeast.
All right. If I'd have wanted them dead, I'd have done it myself. Find a better way. Okay, I'll look into it.
Return to me here and we'll see how you have done. Shoot! Shoot!
I always found that weird that Bastila was surprisingly quiet during that old conversation. We just found an old Jedi Hermit Master. Oh, of course, Yoda was as well. Sorry, I completely forgot about that one. We just found an old Jedi Hermit Master and she, like, doesn't say a fucking thing. Very bizarre. Dio Katan. battle defeated Derek at the Valley of the Jedi. Well, either way, I think this has been a great start to our adventures here on Kashyyyk. Or what do they call it? Edain? Terrible name. But there's a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of mystery. More to the planet than what may seem. Wow. Not to mention old Jedi Masters and apparently broken droids. But for the time being, we'll leave it here for today. I haven't eaten breakfast yet, and I'm absolutely starving. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Assuming I don't forget to put the video up again.